Hello everyone, and welcome back down here to the Gamers Den with me, your host, Jordan, your master of lore and storyteller extraordinaire. Today we are going on with fixing D20 Modern, but today is not another fix. It's a look at another advanced class that I think is just absolutely fantastic and requires little to no adjustment at all. And that is the Thrasher advanced class. This is based off of the Tough Hero. This will be your fastest way into this class, but there will be a multi-class recommendation that I'll throw in here in a little bit. To begin with, let's go ahead and just get into the Thrasher. The requirements for getting in are a base attack bonus of +2 and a feat of either the athletic or endurance feats. And really, either one is going to yield you mostly the same benefits. I would lean more towards endurance, but it just kind of depends a little bit. Athletic is about as worthwhile. Your hit dice are going to be an impressive 1d12. You get the same amount of action points, 6 plus 1/2 your character level, rounded down. And your skill points are 3 plus your intelligence modifier per level. And your class skills, you don't have a diverse number of them here. You get balance, climb, concentration, drive, profession, read, write language, ride, speak language, spot, and tumble. You get a solid base attack bonus, starting off at 0, ending at a +7. You get an incredible fortitude save, beginning with a +2 and ending at a nice +7. Your reflex saves are solid, starting off at a 1, and by the time you hit level 10, you'll be at a +5. Will saves are going to be your Achilles heel. You're starting off at a 0 and ending with a +3. Your defense bonus, though, is a solid progression overall, starting off at level 1 with a +1 and ending with a +5 at level 10. And your reputation bonus, well, you're not going to be fairly reputable or widely known. You're getting a 0 at level 1 and then ending at a paltry +2. But that's not going to be all that detrimental for this particular build, for this particular character class. Because if you're going with Thrasher, you are in to start beating ass wholesale, and also taking the punishment that might be dished out your way. Because at level 1, you get tough defense. The Thrasher applies their constitution bonus to their defense instead of their dexterity bonus. Any situation that would deny them their dexterity bonus to defense will deny their constitution bonus. So if you're restrained somehow, that will, of course, mean you wouldn't normally have a dexterity bonus, so you don't get your constitution bonus. And then at level 2, 5, and 8, you get ability surge. The Thrasher can temporarily increase their strength and dexterity scores, but at the cost of their saving throws. The Thrasher gains a +4 morale bonus to their strength and dexterity, and a -2 on all their saving throws. This is a free action to activate and will last for 1 round per Thrasher level. So once you hit level 10, you top off at 10 rounds that you can use your ability surge for. Once the surge ends, the Thrasher is fatigued for a number of rounds equal to how many rounds they used action surge for. So if you're level 10 and you surge for 5 rounds, you are fatigued for 5 rounds after that. Though you can negate this by spending an action point. The Thrasher can use ability surge for 1 round at 2nd level, 2 rounds at 5th level, and then 3 rounds at 8th level. It's actually a pretty solid ability all the way around. It nets you a +2 to your attack and to your damage for melee attacks, and a +2 on your defense, your reflex saves, your initiative, your ranged attacks, and any of those other dexterity-based skills that you might have. So all the way around, that's actually not bad at all. I'm also now joined by my most adorable co-host, Atticus, apprentice storyteller and initiate to the first circle of lore. And then we come around to bonus feats, which kick in at 3rd, 6th, and 9th levels. And you select feats from the following list: Alertness, Blind Fight, Brawl, Cleave, Combat Expertise, Combat Reflexes, Far Shot, Focused, Great Cleave, Improved Brawl, Improved Knockout Punch, Improved Trip, Knockout Punch, and Power Attack. It's actually not a bad list overall there. Not much that I would really change about it. And then we have Uncanny Dodge X, which kicks in at level 4. And the X is important here because the Thrasher gains Uncanny Dodge. If they already have Uncanny Dodge, they will retain their Dex bonus to defense even if they're caught flat-footed or struck by a hidden attacker. If they have Uncanny Dodge, they gain Uncanny Dodge 2, which means they're no longer able to be flanked and are able to react to opponents on opposite sides of them as easily as if they were facing a single attacker. There is no further increase if the Thrasher already has Uncanny Dodge 2 from another source, and this is where the multi-classing dip I recommend comes in. Thrasher benefits pretty highly from dipping into Fast Hero for at least one level to get Uncanny Dodge. That way, when they hit level 4 as a Thrasher and they gain Uncanny Dodge X, they bump up to Uncanny Dodge 2. On top of that, this will boost their reflex saves, give them a wider skill base, as well as give them a higher class defense bonus, making them even tougher to hit and to beat. It's seriously, I cannot undersell how just broken and overpowered the Fast Hero base class is. Even with my fixes and additions to it, it can still break pretty quick and pretty easy. And then finally, for your capstone ability, you get damage reduction at level 7 and level 10. By 7th level, the Thrasher learns to use the ambient magic energies around themselves to help shrug off damage from each attack. They gain a damage reduction of 5 plus 1, applying to physical attacks, but not energy attacks, such as spells or supernatural abilities, or even non-magical sources such as fire. And the damage reduction is ignored if attacked with a +1 magic weapon or higher. If the Thrasher gains other forms of damage reduction, they do not stack unless otherwise noted. Use the form of damage reduction that best applies. Damage reduction from the Tough Hero class may stack with the Thrasher damage reduction. In this case, the damage reduction applies to melee and ranged weapons, and at 10th level, this increases to 10 plus 1. So this is actually really impressive overall. Normally, I don't like class abilities that eat up multiple levels, but these are well worth it overall. Is this class as good as the Shadow Slayer? I think so, actually. It might actually be better depending on how exactly you build it. That's because the Thrasher can just absorb a ton of punishment. The only thing is that the Shadow Slayer's abilities allow it to overcome damage reduction and count as magic weapons, so they'd be able to get around that toughness there that the Thrasher starts to stack on. But overall, it's still an incredible advanced class, one you'd be remiss to miss out on if you're going for a tanky melee build. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Go down and hit the like or dislike button. If you enjoyed today's video, certainly let me know. And if you did enjoy it, good news for you, there are 2 more videos popping up over this way. One is something Google has decided you will enjoy. The other is another video I've done recently here. Or hell, if this hasn't been your first stop here at the Gamers Den, then go on down there and hit the subscribe button. Join us, become a regular member, join the rest of the alumni here. But with that said, I've been your host, Jordan, your master of lore and storyteller extraordinaire. Thank you so much for your time, and you have a good day. Yes, buddy.